Welcome back, everyone. Well, we're going to start with the larger group of the party since Raelynn took a little bit of time to get to where she currently is in her story. You guys were all just teleported from the rooftop to a basement in Matthew Dayrune's home, as far as you are aware. As soon as you guys get there, Sophia, just like a child who has no idea what just happened to her, she kind of runs off upstairs excitedly. Though Matthew kind of chases her a little bit and grabs her hand and tells her that she should stay with him for the meantime. You guys are kind of led out of this area. You notice there's like this, there's sort of like an enchantment on the floor beneath you. Anyone remotely familiar with magic recognizes the runes on the floor. You guys are led upstairs, and as you're going through this area, you notice this is a pretty massive cellar. You come out of this small alcove, and to your left and your right, you can see that the hallways go pretty far. You're led up into this. It's nice, but it's kind of small. You would think that this hallways may be something more reserved for people who are perhaps serving Matthew. It's kind of like a servant hallway. Matthew is holding Sophia's hand as you guys walk down this hallway, and you can hear footsteps approaching, very soft, light footsteps. And not too long after that, emerging around the corner is a gnomish man with red, wavy hair. He seems to look concerned and worried as he approaches. Matthew kind of quickens his pace a little bit, and this man comes up beside him, kind of checks over Sophia. Before he can even say anything to Matthew, Matthew says, "Have you heard anything of her?" And the gnome shakes his head and goes, "I'm not sure what came of the party, but he went to retrieve her. He said she is all right. I trust him." And he responds with, "Did anyone see him?" He shakes his head again. "No, he was cloaked, undetected. We made sure of it." And Matthew seems relieved at that. The gnomish man kind of takes in the fact that there's a bunch of people currently with Matthew that he's never seen before. He goes, "Right. Eklund, I'll explain everything later, but just give me some time, some space for now while I get a better picture." And he looks over at you guys. "If you guys will all excuse me, I need a moment. Eklund here will show you to our reception room."
Of course, take your time. See to your business.
Thank you. He looks at Eklund and says, "Allow them access to the bar, and I want you to ensure that Sophia is well afterwards. She'll go with you." The gnomish man nods, and she seems happy to take his hand and is just kind of like telling him, like, "I saw big monsters." And she just seems really excited and childish because everyone seems fine. And she kind of points back at Vale and she goes, he told them to let me go. That was so cool. And she is just like chatting his ear off as you guys walk down this hallway. Takes you a couple minutes. Matthew walks with you for a bit before kind of turning off down a separate hallway. The hallway that he goes down seems to be lined with painted portraits all the way down. You are led eventually into their reception room, which has an entryway that you go in through and then one across as well. They're both double door. One side has windows overlooking a garden area. Beyond that garden, you can see that there are high stone walls on the other side of it. This room is decorated in like an off-white color mostly, with deep shades of blue and purple, rich accents of gold. There seems to be a lot of plant life here. There are about 3 couches and a little coffee table in the middle. There's a bar at the back of the room, and the seating area is kind of situated right in front of a fireplace. And over the fireplace, you see a portrait of 4 people. One of them you immediately clock as a younger Matthew. Alina, Leif, and Nyra, you would clock one of them as Matthew Dayrune from seeing him at the Spiral Archive. Right beside Daniel is another. They look very similar, but it's almost like a female Daniel standing right next to him. They look very similar in age, similar hair color. And then right in front of them is a 5-year-old blonde girl. Looks to be human as far as you can tell. You guys are kind of left here. Eklund directs you towards the bar, tells you that he has to go and tend to Miss Sophia. Also tells you that this room is under surveillance. Leaves you there. You assume that's why they're comfortable leaving you there.
Vale does take a moment to say goodbye to Sophia, but tells her that she had been very brave and she's done very well.
Sophia says, "Oh, what did I do?"
Well, you listened very intently and you knew where to be and when to be there.
Oh, Dad says I'm not very good at that usually, so I'm probably gonna tell him that. And
when the pressure's on, you were great, and that's when it really counts.
She smooths out her clothing, very like proud of herself. She goes, "You did a very good job too."
Thank you. I did my best.
And she's going to also look towards Leif. And she goes, "I thought that was very cool when you punched that thing in the face."
Thank you.
Also, you're very tall.
It's true. I don't know why it happened.
Oh, I was gonna ask you if you know how I could get very tall too, but I guess you don't.
Just keep trying to reach up to the sky, I think.
Eklund kind of shakes his head. Come on, Miss Sophia. And she's like, okay. And she leaves. And as she's leaving, she's doing stretches down the hallway.
Delightful.
Is there anything I need to know about? If you guys, you're going to have about 15 minutes here before you're interrupted.
I want to go ahead and check on Brienne.
All right.
And I would like to pour a glass of the best whiskey I can find.
You find a very, very nice whiskey, and it seems like a lot of the whiskeys here are from the Zardan area.
Interesting.
Right, so I wrote my response down here. Okay, go ahead.
I will use my last 3rd level spell and say, are you safe? It was the Savoran free people, not Edgarath. They took Matthew's daughter hostage. We are all safe now with Matthew. She might add something to that. Just give me a second.
Just a good 5 minutes of clicking and click-clacking.
All right. She responds. You can tell that she's continued to feel the effects of her drinking that she's been doing all day. But she does respond. She goes, I'm all right, love. Suppose the vote will be a mess. Our ward may have increased security. May need to send in the morning. That's terrible.
She's alive, though, so. Okay.
Everyone else is good?
There's a window.
Yes.
Nyra's gonna just keep an eye outside.
Okay. Give me a perception check in the tower.
Yep, I remember how to do this.
Jesus.
That plus 11.
You don't notice anything in the immediate area, but while you were sitting there, about a little over 10 minutes goes by, and you swear that you see something in the sky. Something small, at least from where you're standing. It's very far, but like it's dark out now. Some just sort of shadowy figure goes by in the sky. You would guess, you're really perceptive, and I feel like you probably have a good spatial awareness.
Unlike the real Brittany.
You would guess that's like over top the next district, which is pretty far from here.
Could I guess how big it is whatever it is?
Given what happened tonight, you would guess it was another one of those creatures that you saw.
And what direction is it going?
It looks like it's going away from the like inner city, so potentially out of town, but you're kind of like in the mid sort of tier of town, so you're not sure if it's like going to the lower district or if it's just going to go beyond that, but you do know that it's kind of going it would be going east.
Okay.
Yeah, roll the fucking 30 on that. That's crazy.
I think I rolled a 19. That's pretty good.
I would like to go up to Nyra while she's watching after I talk to Brienne.
Okay.
I'll come up to her at the window, and Alina's gonna give her a really big hug.
Oh. Spook her.
And just hold her really close for a second.
She'll pat you on the shoulder.
I'm glad you're here with us.
Thank you.
When we came up the stairs, and Leif was carrying Vael. I didn't want to imagine it, and it was there. And I'm still not over it, but it was slightly less terrifying knowing that you were right behind me.
It is difficult to see the ones we care about injured or hurting.
But I knew you were there right behind me. I'm glad you're here.
I am glad I can be of service. Are you... I know you're not okay. Is this new for you?
Seeing someone nearly dead like that?
No, we've seen a lot of death in the very short time.
Yes.
But seeing someone you care about.
The last time I saw someone I care about like that, it was too late. And it was a funeral.
I wish I had been there for your father.
I wish a lot of things about him, but I can't change it.
I must trust that Lyriel has a plan. And maybe she will grant him a second chance.
Maybe.
She'll just hug you tight. You'll be like, oh shit, look at that.
Alina sees nothing.
No.
There's a chimera over there.
And then Alina will also go to... What's Leif doing?
I think he was second in line for whiskey behind Vael.
I was actually going to offer that I pour a glass and just kind of slid it towards him anyway, so...
Oh, yeah, he was right behind you getting ready to do that for himself, so...
Both of you are very well versed in drinking whiskey, I would assume.
Yeah.
And this stuff really hits.
Alina is also going to go up to Leif and try to find a way that's not like awkward, so she's not like hugging your ass or something, because I don't know where on you she comes up to, like mid-chest.
Probably be about here.
Okay.
So you're in his boots.
Also,
Yeah.
I would assume that Alina was saying the code names, given that you guys were
Yes.
told you're being.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. My character is smarter than I am. And it's not been 6 or 7 or however many weeks since we came up with them. But we'll also... You can go up to someone else. Hold on 1 second. If you...
Is there anything that Vael and Leif are talking about at the bar?
Vail's intent in this moment, in this room, especially a supervised room, is to raise his glass to him and drink in silence.
Like, you didn't die.
Close.
Twice.
Yeah. Never been there before.
Making up for lost time.
Fuck, I hope not.
Hope you don't take any offense that I got to our host first.
Oh. No, not at all.
Good. I figured since you were unconscious, you probably wouldn't care.
It honestly was it was like a blink of an eye, a blink of an eye for me, you know.
Hey. Not the kind of nap I want to take, but whatever works for you. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have been if not for you. So, thank you.
Hey, you should have seen the guy that I threw off the roof.
Oh, I wanted to do that so bad, but then there was the girl, and things got messy very fast.
I tell you, if you get another chance, it kicks ass.
Did he make that scream that, people sometimes make?
Oh.
I heard the first guy to do it was called Wilhelm.
Huh. That sounds apocryphal.
I think at that moment you get interrupted by a side hug from Alina.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say thank you.
For saving this guy?
Yeah. But also, just being part of the team.
You're welcome, and thank you too. What was going on downstairs? I didn't see a whole lot after I got out on the balcony.
I think Raelynn threw a couch with her mind.
Leif turns and looks over to her.
Nope, she's not there.
She's not here.
Oh, that's right. Leif is like, oh, right. She's not here.
I think she would crush someone through a window with one as well.
You weren't there for that.
Yeah,
Okay, I
wouldn't.
couldn't remember when in the couch throwing, but
It would have been the first one that you saw.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
it was. Did some mindfuckery. Realized Matthew and Vael were upstairs, panicked.
Yeah, I heard the chimeras land on the roof and decided I should be up there pretty quick.
Glad you were there. You also made it easy because making it upstairs and seeing both Vael and Matthew were on the ground. And before I could cast a spell, you were somehow 2 places at once, passing out healing potions.
I'm very fast.
I noticed.
And I think Matthew and Vail's code name both made sure to pass out on the other side of some shrubs so nobody coming up the stairs would have to see them. Very considerate.
I was just trying to stay between the monster and the girl.
Almost like as soon as Leif mentions Matthew's name, you hear someone approaching down the hallway. It seems like he's doing, just based on the way that he was walking when you guys were with him, you would assume that the way he's approaching is almost to make sure that you know that he's coming. He returns. He looks more relaxed, at ease. His clothing has been cleaned up and mended for the most part, though there are still some like subtle remnants of wounds. And he lets himself into the room. He doesn't close the door fully behind him. He leaves it open like maybe 5 inches or so. And he goes, "Thank you for waiting. I know it's already been such a long night."
I checked in with Brienne. She's all right. I wasn't sure if this was a targeted attack on everyone who was up for a vote or not.
I would assume that Brienne has made her stance very clear, that she won't be swayed. I wanted to say thank you all for your help. It's the least I can say and the least I can do to get you out of there the way that I did.
Well, we're thankful for that as well. And we were glad to help.
I would like to say, though, that I am not blind. And I'm a very in-the-know person in this city. Who are you all associated with? And he's going to, he waves his hand in the air. And you see the arcane sort of ripple. I think you actually feel less magic in the room after that. You have no reason to believe me, of course, but I feel like I probably have the upper hand here. I've gotten rid of the sensors.
I'd like to insight check that.
Sure. Give me an insight check in the tower.
Samesies.
Actually, I'm not gonna roll. I think I'll actually trust him.
Same.
He seems... He's a little bit hard to read, for one, but there doesn't seem to be any... You don't pick up anything malicious in his tone. You don't see anything even like remotely proud in the way that he's saying that to you, like he's pulling something over on you. He seems like what he's saying is true.
Is the rest of your family all right?
You're avoiding my question.
Yes, but I'm also concerned.
I would prefer not to share that information with anyone who's not going to be transparent with me.
Bill pours another glass and slides it across to him. Bill's just hanging out behind the bar, apparently.
Bartender.
Can I get a paper plane?
You can talk.
It's not like it's not a common tactic for people to arrange something like this and then pretend that they are the heroes.
I suppose you have a point, but do you really think I would go this far?
We are not with them.
I do believe that. But I don't think that you are who you seem.
Well, Raelynn can't look at me, so
That's what I'm like. My head. You're like, it's gonna kill us.
You and I are closer than you may think.
sit back and watch this one unfold.
It's one way to keep Vael from being like, this is who we are.
And what do you mean by that?
Families are complicated.
You need to tell me that.
No, I imagine not.
Nyra just puts like a reassuring hand on your like shoulder, like
Whoa. What the heck was happening?
I don't know, everyone just
We
disappeared
lost
and
David,
reappeared.
which means the stream might be in trouble.
he just closed his camera.
All right.
I saw
No,
him.
I'm here.
He was
I'm
right
here.
there.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah,
All right.
Briefly.
Do we need to like burn incense over the OBS or something?
Does anyone have remove curse?
I have a
You will
plague
that
curse.
hand.
Not right now.
What did you say, Megan?
I said I have a ply curse.
Come here.
Mwah. Mwah.
I have a bundle of sage and apparently a Zippo that's out of fuel.
Does Matthew say anything in reply, or is he just like waiting on Alina to keep talking?
He is putting you on the floor.
Yeah.
I have been in the process of learning some things about myself. And I haven't had a chance to talk to the parties involved. But it's been confirmed that my family is not who I thought they were.
And who is this family of yours?
Well,
I'm gonna keep poking you into a corner.
Yeah, I love the implication that she's stopping Vael. I knew going into this conversation you were going to have to tell him everything.
well, it doesn't matter anymore if they're not actually my family.
Again, with the lack of transparency, how am I supposed to trust you? I could just rectify this. I do have magic that would make you tell me the truth. I'm being kind.
No, I know. And I understand. This is what I do, is I dance around. And I tell pieces of the truth. And you'll have to forgive me for being coy and trying to protect all of us with just pieces of the truth.
You're speaking to somebody who is the head of a state.
I know.
So how are we closer? Who is your family? And who are you all associated with? I will say it again.
All right, I'm just going to get this ball rolling.
Great.
feel free to jump in whenever you're ready to talk to him about your side. Those people they were impersonating were the real deal. We're here to figure out what's going on to cause this fucking war and put an end to it however we can. And we've chosen diplomatically as much as possible.
Thank you. Sorry for my rudeness. I've had a
Wasn't
long
rude.
night.
It's been a big day.
Yeah. And you have every reason not to trust us, and we have every reason to keep our secrets, but we're not making any progress that way.
So when you say that you are the people that they were impersonating, you mean you're from Head Gareth?
Yes, though not originally, but yes. That only applies to me.
All right. I feel
And
like
apparently I'm only from Headgrath on my mother's side.
he looks at Vale and he goes, that feels like a personal thing. That isn't my problem. And he looks at Alina and says, so when you say that you're closer to me than I think, what are you implying exactly?
Oh, I haven't had a chance to even have a conversation with him.
Maybe this will help you build up to that.
If you tell me that you are another one of my father's offspring, I swear.
Not your father's. Andrew's.
Forgive me, but I cannot imagine that man falling in love with anyone or producing any offspring.
I don't think love had anything to do with it.
And how do you know this?
Would you believe me if I said I first saw it in a vision?
With what I know of your home country's magic, that wouldn't surprise me.
The crystals are actually from your country.
What crystals?
They're from Samoran, right? It's been a long time.
Well,
We found them in Savoran.
those ones in Savoran, but you know Nyra has one from her home.
Mm-hmm.
And there was reason to believe that some of what was in them was from Head Gareth.
That's right.
Mm.
Okay, with that lore refresher, I might not have said that.
It's a very serious thing to claim,
I know.
but that's not my problem right now. And there are certain things that I'm willing to overlook this evening. You've done something could have happened to my daughter. And it didn't. And he looks at Vale. And you saw me freeze and you acted quicker.
It's only natural to panic in those situations.
You want a diplomatic route to all of this.
Yes.
Then you can tell me that you haven't used force that wasn't necessary at any point.
We've tried
What's
to
in
remain
crossing the
being
border?
unseen whenever possible.
I heard Leif. What did Vail say?
Not since crossing the border.
Hmm. What would you propose that I do?
Vote to stop them from giving into their hubris yet again. The last time that you did that, it nearly crippled your entire nation. And did you ever consider how lucky you were that we didn't capitalize on that? We were already at conflict. Had we opened war at that time, how would you have fared? We only want to coexist peacefully. In fact, I would be a proponent for uniting the nations once again, not formally, but as partners.
You wouldn't be the first to have a grandiose idea like that with people who are still so freshly wounded. In the grand scheme of history, the dividing of our nations isn't a distant thing.
Its recentness does not change how foolish it was.
And Head Gareth has been aggressive over the years as well.
So
Leadership
because
on
we
both
both
sides have made mistakes. Sorry.
going to say the same, since we both made mistakes, we shouldn't try for peace. Should peace really be such a grandiose idea?
I'm not saying that I see it that way.
But there are others who do.
Yes.
Why do
When
you
you
think we were
have-
so?
Oh, go ahead.
Why do you think we were so adamant to get to speak with you before the vote? I have taken time to get to know Brienne.
We've sought out people of sound mind, and we've done our best to make sure things can be resolved with talking.
Can you roll a persuasion check with advantage? Someone, you guys can decide who.
We're both very good at it.
What's
don't know
your
if we've got
persuasion
better.
modifier?
+8.
Mine's plus 11.
Go for it.
Do you want it in the tower?
I think you'll have your answer immediately, so there's no need.
Okay.
We were all at 30.
Nice.
Because we're cousins.
I can't say that I don't see your reason or your cause, but I am one part of the deciding factor in that.
Is there more we can do?
Perhaps if you had shown up earlier.
Listen, Vixx.
Yep.
Rude.
Yes, well, we were held up.
At this point, we're getting near the end of the process. There could maybe, at the best, hope if the votes don't go a certain way. A call for a re-election or voting on policies again that would buy time. But that would be speaking in months.
And in that time, we'd have no choice but to join the battlefield.
I suppose that you guys have gathered what it is that we're voting on tomorrow.
We know the gist of it, at least.
And what is your main concern?
Well, obviously, we want anything that would lead to further war to be over. But I understand the primary purpose of the vote is to vote in new members and then vote on the air ban.
A very heated topic. One we've been waiting 100 years for.
What if, and I know this is another lofty ideal, but what if there was a safer alternative? Putting large things in the air, there's an inherent risk, especially as they end up over cities. And there's an assumption, I think, among some of your contemporaries that air superiority would mean automatic victory against us, but I assure you that would barely slow us down. But what if we looked at a different alternative, one that is safer, one that could benefit all, one that could open up trade around the world?
How do you mean?
Imagine a ship that doesn't yield to the air, one that can go freely in any direction, at any time, faster, more efficiently.
And you don't think that the people of this country would exploit that?
Well, they might. Try, at least. But it's also an idea that keeps the rest of the world in mind. Stop trying to elevate yourselves above everyone else. Connect the world. Be at the center of that.
For many years, we've tried to talk peaceably about the resources available in Hedgareth that could potentially unite us. And your country has been closed off to the idea. What has changed?
Leadership is changing. There's a new generation coming in. I know that life moves very slowly for many of you here. But for us, things change every 20 to 30 years. And we want to open up those talks. We want to be a part of that growth. So long as it's kept within the bounds of what is safe, and what is good, and what will not be used against us aggressively.
Right.
I've spent the last decade trying to unite my own people. I would love for that to extend to Savorin as well.
I have no power to cancel the vote tomorrow. It will happen. I can sway it in a certain direction to a certain point. That is in my power.
Well, do what you can, and then propose an opportunity to vote again on new ideas, better ones. And tell them, with no uncertain terms, that you know for a fact Hedgareth is willing to come to the table and talk. I will see to it personally.
You seem close with Brienne. He looks at Alina. You'll ensure that she has my back and I'm not walking into this alone.
Yes.
I'm very impressed that you guys got this far, here in my home.
We're good at our job.
Granted, I brought you here under a suspicion.
was glad to find that you are of sound mind.
Are you really... Forgive me, it's one of those dancing around words that I'm trying to do at the moment. There is something I would like to entrust in you. But I need to know that you are actually for the future of this country and that you care ultimately about peace.
Cast Zone of Truth if it would make you feel better.
It
won't
would
try.
actually make me feel better.
How about it then?
His wrist bracelet glows a little bit. You can see this red shimmer kind of envelop the space and dissipate. Do any of you actually want harm to the people of this country?
No.
No.
And you are, I assume, all familiar with less regulated magic?
Yes.
There isn't a thing in the world that could regulate my magic.
This is gonna sound. I think I caught magic when I got here.
It's not magic. I told you this. It's not.
I have questions, but
Me too,
Um,
man.
That's another conversation to have.
especially because you said it in Zone of Truth. So it's like, well, he goes, he then follows up with, and how does your country treat those of both learned and unlearned magic?
They're safe. They're free.
It's not taught at a school. I wish it was.
Well, some of it is.
Yeah,
Well.
you were taught magic at school, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but
Zone of Truth, girl.
There's no,
I'll
like,
just assume that she answered in a truthful way. You're not trying to deceive them.
no,
He goes-
because it's not taught until the advanced portion, which is not the school.
Technically,
It's not freely taught in school. Yeah.
yeah.
He goes, oh, okay. You hear some noise down the hall. It sounds like doors opening, closing. You can hear footsteps. He goes, oh, I thought we had more time. Thing that I would like to entrust with you is here. You hear the clacking of heels, the soft threading of a heeled boot. And it sounds as if about two people are approaching quickly. Then Nyra probably makes out that there's like a softer third set of like footsteps. And Matthew calls out, "I'm in here," as he moves towards the doorway. And emerging at the doorway, you see a woman with pointed ears, dark skin, very, not dark skin, but like, it's like deeply tanned. Very light brown hair, almost looks like a sandy blonde, and light brown eyes. She is wearing an elaborate gold dress, several layered tiers of fabric that kind of fade into a darker gold at the ends, and this gold headpiece that has these dangling chains hanging from it. And she and Matthew immediately close the distance. They hold hands, like they face each other and hold hands, and he's looking her over. There's a few relieved, concerned placing of kisses on each other's cheeks and a sigh of relief as they both tell each other that they're all right. She inquires about Sophia, and he tells her that she's safe with Eklund, and you hear her say they intercepted the wagon on the way home. He says the words Celia, like a question, and she softly shuts her eyes and gives like a regretful head shake, and he nods. He kind of glances over all of you and he says, I'll explain later. And standing near them is a slender, elegant-looking man, fair skin, pale greenish brown eyes, this bit of sleek, straight hair that it's like a very hard cut at the ends, and it has a striking like orange hue to it. He's wearing intricate but fitted outfit that looks like a similar color palette to Matthew's, with the white and the black and the gold. He's wearing a crop jacket with these black and gold angular shoulders, a black V-neck that's tucked into this corset. He has just a very sleek look about him, and standing just behind him, holding on to one of his coattails, is a human boy. Looks about 8-9 years old, dark skin, green eyes, very wavy dark hair. And the man looks down at the boy and says, why don't you go along with Miss Rosie and check on Sophia? And he goes. The kid just seems like cautious of you all, very like wary, and then he nods at the man. And the woman seems to pick up on that. And she thanks the man that's with her. And she takes the boy's hand and kind of leads him off, and looks very chipper. Matthew steps out into the hallway, and him and the man kind of share a few private words with each other. And the man he's with is looking into the room for a moment with a very unreadable expression on his face. Looks like he's looking over all of you. You can't really tell what he's feeling. There's something about like the intensity of his features that strikes you as familiar for a moment, but you can't place why. And eventually they move back into the room together, and Matthew gestures to him. This is Sivan. He's an apprentice of mine. I'll need you all to be discreet about him. As I said, I assure you I will extend you the same courtesy for now, after everything you've done for me tonight. And the man kind of gives a little bit of a nod and says, pleasure. I hear that you've helped Matthew and Sophia. You have my deep gratitude for that.
It was an honor.
I am going to switch over to a very different atmosphere. Raelynn.
Who's having fun typing?
You showed up at this room. Did you look like battered, like you've just been in a battle, or did you clean yourself up at all going through the town?
She would have like tried to at least like make her face presentable, and she would try to like wipe the blood, but she did take a big hit on her arm, like her bare arm with that sword, so her arm is like bleeding out still. So she's trying to hold it together, but she's rough.
Yeah, you came to the store. You saw that he and this dragon chess set up at a table. When you come into the room, you note that there's 2 windows, and both of them have this little string with a tiny little silver bell right near it. You note that he has already seemed to make himself comfortable here. The wardrobe is open just a little bit, and you can already just see a lot of red clothing inside of it. He looks you over as he's pulling out this chair for you, and he goes, "That dress suits you well, though it looks like it took some damage."
Thank you. I thought I would be overdressed coming here, but I can see you're not even dressed, so I don't feel so bad being covered in blood at least.
Is the blood something that you would like help with? I can clean you up if you would like.
Oh, I'd appreciate that greatly. I'd hate to sit here and talk to you covered in it. It would be rude.
Are you sure you're kind of making a habit of that? I thought maybe you just enjoy meeting people that way.
Well, if someone didn't attack me in the middle of the night while I was trying to sleep, I don't think I would have ended up that way.
I don't think I laid a finger on you.
True, that was me to you. Whatever, it's fine.
He kind of gestures for her to get comfortable, and he pulls out the chair that's on the other side of the table and kind of sets up next to Raelynn. And he
Thank
goes,
you.
"Do you mind?" And he's going to like gesture to your arm.
Can you do something about this?
Well, yes and no. And he's just going to he waves a hand over your skin there, and it does pull out a lot of the blood that was kind of forming, cleaning it up. It's like, not everything needs to be solved with magic, though, and he's going to kind of gesture towards it's kind of like a dresser. He has some of his stuff set up there, and this little kit just kind of floats over to where you guys are sitting. And he'll start kind of like cleaning up your wounds, bandaging it. And he will also mend your dress with mending where he can. But as he's doing that, he says, I had a bunch of little jokes and jabs prepared, and now you've shown up here like this, and now I just want to know, are you okay?
I am now, thank you. You didn't have to do this.
I know you guys act like it's not a big deal to just hand me my life back, but I feel like I kind of owe you guys.
You don't. It's fine. How are you doing now?
I've had an interesting day. After you all left, Leon talked my ear off about his entire life, probably more than I really needed to know. Went into details about things that I was not interested in.
Seems the sort.
I'm glad to have Yarrow back.
And she's doing well?
She's a little distraught. which I can understand. They sent her for me. She was already not in a good place. And I think even despite not being under their thumb anymore, it's still pressing on her a little bit what could have happened. But no one intervened.
It is a big weight to carry on your shoulders. Do you think she'll be okay?
She's
It's
been
fine.
through much worse. I think she will pull out of it. For now, she's set up in the next room and she's comfortable. So
That's good.
that's pretty much all we can hope for right now.
And you've checked on her recently? Made sure she's fine?
Yeah, she's not as in need of company as I am.
All right.
Speaking of my day, I wanted to say that I'm sorry for making all the little faces and having a bit of a pout at the bar when I heard some things.
Don't. When I saw that I had made you upset, it didn't matter what I said. It's the fact that I made you upset, and so I came here honestly to apologize. I think it's time that we owe you a little more than we've given you. You've given us so much. You've told me so much. That as my apology, I would like to give you the same.
Before she can say anything else, he interjects a little bit and goes, "You are all a very interesting group, and you in particular are very interesting. I don't want to..." Are you kidding?
I am very concerned why I'm the most interesting of all of us.
Well, I guess to be fair, you have been the one that I spent the most time with, so maybe you're onto something there, and I can't speak to that. But in the course of a day, you held a blade to my throat, then brought me tea and played a board game with me all night. Didn't press me about anything that I didn't want to talk about. You've shown up to... Well, you've shown up at a lot of places that I was going to be at.
To be fair, you found me in the streets.
It's a bit weird that you're there alone, though, right? It's almost like you snuck away to come see me. Just like you have tonight.
I did not sneak away to come see you.
So everyone knows you're here.
Tonight, no. But before, they knew where I was.
Oh, so you told them then that we spent the day together?
Well, it didn't come up in conversation.
Hmm.
And to be honest, I prefer it that way.
Oh?
I'll tell you in time.
I thought you were here to tell me whatever I wanted to know.
Shit. Fine. I don't want them knowing that I'm here because, well, They have the best of intentions, but they're incredibly nosy when it comes to people's love lives, and I'd really prefer that they stayed out of it, because while this is not a date, and I will reiterate, not a date, only a meeting, I have a feeling that they would look at this and think it was. And I don't need that right now.
I can
But
respect that.
I would come regardless. I did want to spend the time with you.
I'm not going to press you for details that you feel obligated to give me. I'm willing to obligate you for a lot of things, but the truth behind whatever it is you guys are doing here, I won't unless you truly feel like you want that between us.
I think it's only fair if you're going to travel with us, if you still intend to. For your own safety, at the very least. I'd like to. But I think the only concern I have is sometimes telling the truth isn't meant to cause harm. Sometimes not telling the truth is to protect. And I know people that can use magic to read minds. And I just want to be sure that if you know this information, you're prepared that it could be used against you or to harm you. That choice is yours.
And do you think you're not interesting? I know that's a risk. And I think that you're right. Getting to know the people that you are traveling with is, well, can be complicated, especially when you free one from an organization that is currently tracking all of you down.
Well, mostly one, but I understand.
He sort of finishes mending up the piece of the dress on your arm, and he switches his attention to pouring some tea for you. And he looks like he's definitely mulling over several things that he would maybe be curious about, kind of trying to weigh the one he wants to ask first. The
It's fine.
comment that you made is going to pass you tea, and he's offering it to you with two hands. Places it gently in your grasp. Do you believe that we should be taking out all of these Gareth troops?
No, not at all. I panicked. We had... where do I even start? Would you take my name to start with? Can we start with that? And I'll tell you everything.
I had a suspicion that one that you've told me after the meeting earlier today, that wasn't true. So you have my curiosity.
Well, it was true, just not to the fullest extent. My name is Raelynn Amelia Satomi Saveth. And the rook should have been a hint. How does he look? I was going to say, how does he look when she says her last name? Does he recognize it, or?
It's not going to be a very high DC because he's not trying to be deceptive, but can you roll me an insight check?
Sure can.
He kind of smirks at the Amelia part of your name and then cocks an eyebrow at the Satomi. And then his expression changes altogether at your last name. And it looks more like he's trying to calculate something. You definitely get the impression that he has heard that name.
So by knowing my last name, you should know that I would not wish any ill will on the army of Hedgareth, seeing as my family are the ones controlling it. I just panicked because we had a plan. We spent an hour going over this plan with names and stories and everything that we were going to say when we came here. And one woman said, "I don't think that's your name." And everyone panicked and said their real names, except for, well, I'll let her tell you her name. It's her truth to give.
This is interesting. Oh. Right. Well,
Just say it. Just say
I
whatever's on your
have a bit
mind.
of a story for you. I guess that might explain my response.
I think she looks a little disheartened, like worried of what could happen, but she's willing to listen. Go on.
Both Yar and I have been afraid to leave the Shattered Vale because of an incident many years ago. We hoped that it wouldn't be repeated. But things started changing. We got more and more trust within the organization. We've been sent out more and more. Enough that I was able to see what was going on around in other places that they would drag me to. I could see the struggles of the sick people, the tensions with the higher-ups, and then a little job in Mournhold that seemed pretty straightforward. It gave me just a bit of courage. Some Hedgareth soldiers were moving into Savoran territory, I heard. There was talk about how the great fortress city of Mournhold was pushed back, and I couldn't fucking believe it. Then what do you know? Making my way to my target with my handler, and this massive man with blue skin knocks right into me. He's looking worse for wear. But more than that, not too much later, there's an explosion in the military district. I thought maybe things are getting bad. They actually made it into Mournhold's military and did some damage, I thought. Maybe someone would come and destroy all this someday, or make it better. I grew up my whole life thinking that Hedgareth didn't have the guts. They wanted nothing to do with us. And they couldn't hold their own against us. Then imagine my surprise that while I was there, standing out in a hallway in some building I'd been dragged into with a bag over my head, waiting to get my next task, I hear that the now soon-to-be king has been spotted at the border on the front lines. He'd risk his own life for all his people. And I couldn't risk anything for mine. I figured if I could get free at least, maybe they would send Yara. But I also know that they value money above people, and luckily I knew who they would be after here. So, in a way, you've saved me twice. I don't know what it is that you're doing here. Clearly, you're not leading a troop of Head Gareth's army against us.
We were helping them, though. We've been sent here, my party and I, covertly to try and find information on what's happening in this country, because we're in the dark. And if we could help figure out that information, what you were doing with your magic, what you were doing with your army, and just your technology is far above anything we've ever seen. Maybe we could help ourselves to win the fight. But I see it's more than that now. And I think the king does too. The future king is my cousin.
You're actually that far up in nobility.
Kind of. I'm really of no importance to my family, but I serve them. And she's gonna reach inside her dress a bit, and she's gonna pull out one of the Ravensworn pins that she got off one of those free people, and she's gonna place it on the table so he can see it. I've sworn a vow to protect them.
Is that your symbol?
It's a symbol of my vow, of my people, my family.
Right.
What's wrong?
I thought I was being foolish, and now I feel like I've actually gotten onto something here that might give me the freedom that I only dreamt of. Might sound odd to say it, but you get used to something for so long and changes overnight, and it feels weird. Aimless. I don't know what I'm doing.
It'll come in time. How long were you with them?
I suppose that would have been about 17 years.
Wow. So were you young?
A teenager.
And did you have a choice? I've come to find a lot of mages here don't have choices.
He casts a glance down at the floor almost instantly, and he goes, "We sort of had a choice. I just wasn't aware of the choice that we were making. We were asked."
Oh.
And he kind of tucks a strand of hair behind his ear, and it falls forward again anyway. He goes, Evosia is, at least what I remember of it, was free of institutionalized magic, as they call it. Everything was natural and free-flowing, but of course we had heard about what was going on in the rest of the world, and it sounded exciting. But Evosia was very weary, of course. And they kept strict boundaries about what they allowed in and out. It was pretty much an us or them situation that I never understood, despite being the youngest, my brother and Nyra always seemed to follow my lead. So when I declared that I wanted to explore, to learn 2 kinds of magic, they said they would come with me. Takes a sip of his tea. We wound up in Zardan first, and a small mining village kind of directed us to the capital. We were just kids, basically just wandering around the city for a long time. I wasn't aware of the rules or the regulations, but we were noticed using our magic, unregulated. And we were approached. A partly elven boy. Beautiful white robes. He was friendly, charismatic, asked us about our magic, really took interest in us, and it certainly made me feel seen. I think he knew what he was doing. Our friendship grew for weeks from there. And he asked us if we would like to learn about the type of magic he does. I was ecstatic when he asked that. Told me that the group he is part of trains people like us. My brother had a bad feeling about it, but there was nothing to go off aside from that gut feeling. And Nyra reminded him that was the reason we left Avosia, so we went along.
And your brother? Is he still in it?
He passed a while ago.
Sorry to hear that.
There's a little bit of guilt on his face. And he says, thank you. A lot of time has passed. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think Raelynn will... She was going to drink her tea. She's just been holding it this whole time because she's been enthralled by what he's saying. She'll actually put it down. Do you mind? And then she'll reach her hand to just hold his hand, like, consolingly. Just, like, put her hand in his, if he allows her to. She's asking. She's not for real.
he allows it. And she's like this, sort of.
Yeah, just like that. And she'll probably, like, rub her thumb just for, like, a little, like, there.
Yeah, he seems to accept it. And like I said, some time has passed. But they showered us with gifts and promises and showed us a little bit of what they could do. Showed me a little bit of magic, and we continued to hang out just like that, coming and going freely. And it wasn't until we were allowed into our first real class, they asked if we wanted to stay, that things took a turn. Much to our horror, we were shown our rooms, which was not more than just a large holding cell. And our supposed friend was there.
Does he have a name?
His name is Savon. I think that's where we're gonna take our break. It's 8 o'clock. Hello, welcome back. All right, so we just had some scenes at Matthew's house and at the Blooming Vine Tavern. I am going to cut back over to Matthew Dayrune's for a bit. Let's see. You guys have just met Matthew's apprentice. Matthew has alluded to needing your help with something. Seems very polite and courteous. Matthew is going to explain himself a little bit better. Savon here has been through a lot. He also has never been properly registered or regulated into what's accepted, I suppose. And even if I were to go through the effort, I think that it would place a mark on him that I wouldn't feel comfortable with. I had wondered how long you were all planning to stay here in the capital.
Not long.
And you have safe means of travel?
Relatively.
Debatable.
Savon just kind of cuts in and he goes, Matthew here is essentially asking if you will help me escape.
Well, you're not the only one.
Oh, so you guys are into this sort of thing then? Maybe you did find the right people, he says to Matthew.
It seems that we've been collecting errant mages since we've gotten here.
Multiple.
Yes. Let me guess. You were brought into the Shattered Veil. You were forced to use magic against your will. You were used and treated like less than human. And now you're looking for a life free of all that.
I think Matthew looks surprised. Savon looks a little bit unreadable. He goes, I wasn't an entirely innocent party, but that is the gist of it. Yes.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
Of course, I had no choice to do the non-innocent things either. But at a certain point, you kind of wonder if you could have fought back more. But instead I moved up and out.
Well, I can understand that. Yes, if you can be trusted, then you are welcome to come with us. And, of course, where we are headed eventually is safe for mages of all kind. And those who are innately gifted with magic, as I am, I feel a certain, I don't know, relation to.
So do we warn him about our connection to the Shattered Veil?
Oh, they're going to continue to send some after us, probably the entire time we're here.
Matthew's eyebrows raise again and he goes,
There's a reason why we said safety is relative.
You've made enemies of the Shattered Veil.
Well,
Yes.
Well,
I mean, someone said is using
Yeah.
them to come after us, but we have
Yes.
freed 2 of their mages, and I don't think that makes them happy.
I'm pretty sure they're rather upset with us. But every time they send people after us, we gain a mage and they lose a lot of men, so...
It's a really bad organization. How are they functioning in Savoran? I don't understand.
Matthew nods and he goes, unfortunately, when you have very powerful families and people, gestures to Sivan, you think that they have no other choice but to tell stories on their behalf. You can get away with a lot. And he looks at Sivan like as if asking for permission about something. And Sivan just kind of gestures towards the group. Sivan's family is very influential. He has always been under their thumb to some degree. And so when a very high up, respectable family has their son telling them that there's nothing going on, people are inclined to believe it.
Should we be concerned about his family tracking us with him?
I don't think his family cares anymore. No offense, Sivan. And he goes, I think they've gotten their use out of me over the years. If I were to disappear, that would probably solve a lot of their problems. I think
Families
currently
really are
go
rather
ahead.
shitty at times.
I think that their current belief, thanks to Matthew, is that I'm not alive. He's going to kind of, I think he makes his way over to the bar, which I guess Bale has been tending. Nods. Good taste.
For what it's worth, about 10 years ago, I wasn't alive to anyone either. It's always an opportunity to rebuild.
That is what I'm hoping. It almost seems unfair for all the harm I caused.
Well, find a way to atone. Do more good than you've done bad.
I am trying. And he seems to gesture like he looks back at the door where there was that young boy moments ago. Well put. I won't be able to follow you all around the city though, so I hope that's of no issue and you're not planning to make a speedy getaway anytime soon.
Well, given the nature of our visit, that might become an eventuality, but if it is, we'll do our best to let you know.
Matthew is going to kind of step forward too, and he goes, I would compensate you all heavily for this.
Whiskey and proper payment. Sounds like it's our lucky day.
I know that this city in particular could be pricey.
Yeah. You
And
folk all
what is-
spend platinum like it's nothing, and I find it rather charming.
That is like the exchange rate is at like one Savoran gold piece is worth like 10 of yours. And you can see he's being a little being a little shit about it.
I think that's far off.
An ounce of gold is an ounce of gold, but
Right. How would you like to proceed from here? Do you all have somewhere that you're staying that I can send you off back to?
yes,
Yes.
we've got accommodations.
And you will be here for at least another day or two?
At the very least, to find out the results tomorrow. Based on what those are, we'll see what happens next, I suppose.
We're supposed to be accompanying Brienne to the boat.
Pretend as if you've never met me.
Is there
At
any
least not
way...
personally, he says.
Yes, of course. Out of curiosity, is there any way to tip the scales of that vote? Were I to, I don't know, influence someone like Tanner? Is that something that would be picked up immediately?
I'm gonna need you to roll a persuasion check here for him to share that information with you.
That's fair.
Is the way that you're planning on influencing him, would he know that?
Sorry, say that again?
The way that you're planning on influencing him, would he know that afterwards?
Well, no. I have a unique way of doing it that leaves no... gives off no hint of magic when I do it.
You hear a slight... It's not like a gasp, but it's like a huh from Savan as he takes a sip of the whiskey.
I understand there's protection at the doors, but once people are inside, I wonder if maybe he might feel somehow swayed by your arguments over the next 8 hours.
When you get into the council chamber, actually, he's going to look around him. He leaves a sigil for the air. You see that there's a shimmer of red in his eyes as he then kind of looks around the room, feels satisfied. When you enter the council chamber, anyone who's not on the council or being voted in or out is directed to the gallery. There would be a moment in between the threshold into the chamber and in the space before you split off to go to the gallery, and we enter the chamber proper. That could be exploited in such a way.
Perfect.
If it comes to, and Tanner votes in a certain way that is not helpful to my people, do I have any reason to believe that you've swayed him to do something that I don't stand by? I will remember this.
You and I both know how easily things can come to blows between you and I, between your nation and mine. That's what I wanted, to be standing over your body right now, instead of drinking whiskey with you, celebrating the life of your child.
I've played a lot of long games with many people over the years.
I understand. I don't have the luxury of time.
He doesn't say anything, but you see Savan kind of like silently cheers to that before he takes a drink. Right. Well, the streets are going to be crazy, I'm sure. And I have my family to tend to.
Of course.
I am willing to help you get to somewhere safe that wouldn't compromise me or my involvement with you.
Well, we're staying at an inn. The name of which has left me since it's been, I don't know
Slumbering
how
Titan. I looked it up.
Also, just remembering that Chinook has been here the entire time.
Dale's been giving him ice cubes every so often to keep him busy.
He thinks about it. Can you describe your room to me?
Yeah. Well,
Unless you guys would like a rooftop arrival.
actually, that sounds fantastic. Let's do that.
Yeah. He's stayed at nice inns here before. He knows the one you're talking about. It's kind of famous in the city. He says, is there anything else that you needed from me before you left?
Not for me. Anyone else?
I was curious, and we don't have to discuss it tonight, but the sickness that your people seem to be suffering in droves. You've been on the council for a while. Do you know more than what has been shared with them?
We don't have clear answers, which is why we're voting on some policies tomorrow that will put more resources and time into that. But I guess we do know more than the public has been told at this point, mostly to keep them unconcerned when we say things like, we don't have a cure for this thing that is happening. We've noticed the illness has been affecting the more well on in age, those of us who don't have long lifespans have been also more affected. That's not to say that elven people are untouched. It just takes longer to show. We have all been at odds about our theories on what's going on with that. My thought on it has been, maybe it's a little bit silly, but my thought was that this is just a long-term thing of the way that we do life here. It has only been a couple 100 years, really, starting to rear its ugly head, perhaps. The beacons, the way that we try to tap into the pure arcane even when we're not, and he kind of gestures at Vael, innately gifted to do so. I would imagine that putting any sort of energy into someone that doesn't belong there would cause that sort of thing over time. But other people have other ideas. It's just illness that's adapted to the fact that we live in a very arcane society. It could happen anywhere, is what some of them are saying. And he seems to be recalling a very particular thread of thought that seems to tug on his curiosity when he says it. Avosia has presented some interesting ideas about it being tied to nature itself, revolting back on us. Now they don't have the type of studying that we do. It's not like they're completely in the dark, but they prefer to keep everything unrestricted there. Truthfully, I don't know what it is that they know. Not seen it myself.
We had the time to walk by your large beacon. Something felt very off about the land. I'm not sure I could describe it in a better way. But I've only felt that at that beacon.
Interesting. I don't really know what to make of that. That beacon predates me. I do know that my father was involved with its upkeep over the years.
Will your father be in town for the vote?
I would assume so. Sorry that I can't be of more help to you. It's an ongoing problem that we're trying to solve. Some people are a little bit more desperate to do so than others.
Understandable. We just don't want it to seep into our lands as well. If we can stop it and save your people, all the better.
Let me collect some things for you, and if I am able to give them to you tomorrow, discreetly, in any way, then I think perhaps you might find some more ideas.
Thank you.
He's going to call for Eklund, and it takes a little bit of time. You hear him coming from like across like you can hear him clacking down the hallway from far away. And it's just like clack, clack, clack for a little bit before he reaches the doorway. Yes, sir. Would you be able to procure my chest for me? And he looks over everybody. All of it? He nods. Just give me a moment, and he kind of excuses himself, and Savon is looking at Matthew a little bit curiously. He's just like, it's just like half, it's like partially impressed, but also like partially like, what are you doing? Takes a few moments. Eklund arrives back with a little gilded chest. Hands it off to Matthew. He's going to, whoever is closest to him, he's standing like near the fireplace. Kind of pass it to someone. Your payment, and I kind of need you all to gather around me if you would like to leave.
It was nice to have gotten to meet you, Matthew.
You still owe me some answers. But yes, it was.
If I ever get any of my own, I'll share.
I think you know more than you let on. But I'm not going to push. Not tonight. I will next time.
Till next time.
He starts... Oh, did you have something you wanted to say?
Vael will down the last of his whiskey and head around the bar. He will, just before he likes, I suppose he'll go with us, right, and then teleport back. Then I will wait until he teleports us, and then I don't know if you wanted to do anything with that.
He he starts to weave this spell. It seems to take a little bit longer, like it's not as instantaneous or as smooth as if, he's going to a spot that he doesn't have this permanent circle at. But a moment later, the night air kind of hits you all again as you are on the rooftop of the slumbering Titan. They're kind of blowing in the breeze up here.
Bill will look directly at him, clasp him on the shoulder, shake his hand, and he says, "Perhaps next time, under more favorable circumstances, at Wormcrest."
There's recognition. Interesting night, he says as he starts to weave himself out of there. And you guys are now on the rooftop at the inn. Chinook does a bark of confusion.
It's okay, boy. We just teleported.
Let me jump back for a moment to the Blooming Vine, where Zeke has just kind of opened up to Raelynn about his story of how long he's been with the Shattered Veil, how he got involved, and who got him involved. Lost everything I had there. Great. Yeah, he's sitting there in thought. You could tell that there's more to it after he tells you the name. But I think for a moment he just kind of looks at Raelynn to like gauge her thought on it, because she would have noticed throughout there's a lot of guilty feeling, especially when he mentions pieces of it, like how his brother and Nyra followed him, and how she also kind of backed him up with trusting this guy. And I think he also just has a moment of like sobering reality. He's like, I didn't really expect this to pour out of me, I guess.
Do you feel better?
I suppose it's been a long time since I've had a conversation with somebody who didn't already know.
Well, I thank you for telling me. I'm sure that was a lot to go through. Memories you didn't want to relive. You didn't owe it to me. Like I said, you've told me enough.
Right, you were the one supposed to be spilling your guts. So, how do you plan to continue after here? If things have changed for you, if you're not planning on being aggressive, or as aggressive as you were, what is your hope? Not your country's hope, what's your hope?
Well, if I'm being honest, the aggression comes and goes. And she kind of says that to try and lighten the mood for him.
He does laugh.
But I'd like to... Gosh, I don't even know. So much has changed. And honestly, a matter of a day, I've been through so much today that it's a lot to go through. But I think certain things have come to light, like finding out about my family's curse and figuring out that the magic of your people isn't necessarily the worst, it's just different. I think that's changed a lot of my viewpoint, though it still confuses me.
Can we back up to the fact that you said that you're cursed?
Sure.
What do you mean by that exactly?
I mean, I've lost a lot of my family. When we were in that lineup for an hour and I was curious about the disease, Part of it is because I lost my mother to it. I lost my aunt to it. I lost my other aunt to the war. I've lost parts of my uncle. And she, like, her bad humor of dealing with situations is kind of coming through again. She's just like, shut up, Garrick, in her head.
I think while she's listing all those things off, he offers the same gesture that she did by placing his hand on top of hers. And something I forgot to note that I did note before is that he feels a little bit cooler to the touch than you would expect him to.
Okay. Thank you. When he touches her hand, she thanks him. So, it's been a long time theorized that my family's been cursed. It happens to be all of our significant others that tend to deal with that outcome, unfortunately. But then it changed when my mother passed. I lost my father to sailing accident. They couldn't find him. But my mother was the one that really changed it all for me. Made me think that it was me that was cursed. I'm the cause of it. But today I found out I'm not. It's confusing, I know. I'm trying to understand it myself.
What is the cause of it then?
We haven't been marrying to keep our bloodline strong. We've been marrying for love.
Is that why you're so weird about the date thing?
Part of it, yes. Not because of you. I just like to make sure everyone's at an arm's distance. No matter how much it hurts.
That sounds lonely.
It is. And she's like tearing up.
He was he kind of had one hand on his teacup and the other was like resting on her. And they're still fairly close together because of the way he was like mending her dress and he's not healing her, but like stitching up her wounds and stuff. He's going to just fully turn towards her. Guess it's my turn to ask for permission. And he's just going to like open his arms to her. Can I give you a hug?
I think she'll just nod. She won't say words.
He'll kind of pull her in. It's not like pulling her out of the position that she's in, but when he closes that gap, he does like adjust her so he's like firmly holding her. And he doesn't make her talk beyond that for a little bit. And when he kind of like leans back a little bit, he's going to wipe away a tear. But when he does that, she can feel a pulse of magic and her other eyes also dry. Like he didn't have to wipe her tear away with his finger. You've been holding that in for a long time.
Partially.
Thank you for telling me. You didn't know that to me either.
You listened.
I'll keep listening as long as you want to keep listening. And honestly, even if you don't, I'll probably still be here to play Dragon Chess with you. Which, by the way, is going to reach into his pocket and he pulls out this is very specific. He pulls out coins, 4 platinum pieces, 7 gold pieces. Raelynn would know that to be the amount that she was able to cover from the bag of holding that she made him buy himself. I think I'm going to make this game a little bit interesting with a wager.
Oh,
You're
are
up to
you
it?
now?
Yes. I've gotten no better at this game since we last played, so I'm feeling lucky. I think I can do this, though.
Those are big words. What is your wager?
He gestures to the money, and then he says, if you win. Actually, wait. If I win, I'm going to keep this. If you win, you get to see a really cool sight with me, just not too far from here.
I mean, I guess it's not obligating me this time, so that seems fair.
And this doesn't count as a date. He says as he's going to move the first piece. He is awful at this game, I will tell you that. Probably compared to you, considering that you have your proficiency in it. As you guys are playing, though, I think he lets it be a distraction for a little bit. Before he says... And you don't have to answer this, but I don't know. I don't know the balance now of how much I've told you versus what you've told me. Where we're
I
at.
can keep tabs if you'd like moving forward.
I honestly believe that you would do that.
She just like does one of these, like, damn it.
Did other people believe it? The curse about you?
Some did, some didn't.
So what now? What are you gonna do now that doesn't need to dictate your life? Are you going to live a little?
Well, ultimately, it still does dictate my life, but maybe I'll have a little more fun.
He surprisingly moves like one piece in it's a good move, but Raelynn probably has like 3 good moves already that she's
Yeah, she's
planning to do
definitely
in response. Well, whenever you feel like you don't want it to dictate your life and you need a little fun, I'm also trying to enjoy my life as well, so I'm here to...
Are you flirting with me?
God, you're so full of yourself, aren't you? Here I was just going to ask you to see if you wanted to come see the koi pond next door.
Oh. I didn't mean it in that way. I really didn't.
Do you want me to be flirting with you?
No, not if you don't want to. I mean, not if.
So if I did want to,
Okay.
you would not mind.
I think the piece that you just moved was a terrible move, and I really think I'll
Interesting.
give you the go around. You can try it again. She is avoiding.
Yeah, he'll let her avoid, but I think he felt like that was a little bit of wind.
Yeah.
And you guys continue playing, and he loses, but he also is just like afterward looking at all of the mistakes that he's done throughout this game. He goes, I really don't need this though. And he pushes the money toward her. I was just going to give it to you. I was just trying to be a little bit cheeky, and I saw your embarrassing coin purse when we were shopping the other day. Mine is not even anywhere near that, so
Because you swindled it off people.
maybe you could learn a thing or two from me.
How about this? I'll teach you dragon chess if you teach me cards.
You have a deal.
Perfect. It's a date.
I think that is a perfect time to cut over to our other group. You guys are back at the inn. What do you do? I think Vale and Alina had the shortest distance to cover with being higher up, being shoved to the higher floor.
Yeah, we weren't allowed on that other floor.
Yeah.
No.
I do want to talk to Vale, but I also want to give Nyra and Leif a chance if they want to do anything.
Nyra's gonna have a freak out when Raelynn's not in their bedroom, so have your conversation while she's running around the hotel looking for her.
Does Vale do anything particular when we get to our room?
Let's see. I mean, he probably needs to give Chinook a quick walk before anything. But then when they're at the room, he would remove what's left of his clothing, find a comfortable robe to throw on or something.
Will you need me? I just need to step away for a second.
Sorry?
Will you need me to describe anything, or can I step away for a second?
No, you can step away.
I need to know how plush the plush robes are, actually.
Very, very.
Oh no, that's not the kind of robe he's wearing. He's wearing something very thin and silky that hides nothing.
He specifically requested at the desk a
Yes.
mesh robe.
If you wear it too long, it chafes, though. Anyway.
Oh, trust me,
Sorry.
he never wears it too long. But yeah, he once they're back and he's changed and they're comfortable and Chinook is resting, he removes one of those very nice bottles of wine that Brienne gave to them, opens it up, pours 2 glasses, and sort of falls into one of the seats in their room and watches Alina until she comes to have a drink with him.
She looks like she's gonna go sit on him in this chair and then like hesitates because you died.
Well, I got better.
So if it looks like Vale is okay with it, she'll go and like curl up in his lap.
Yeah, and he accepts her there and raises a glass with her. So, that was an interesting party.
I did not expect to head upstairs and see you being carried in Leif's arms.
You know, as many times as I pictured it, it wasn't like that.
How are you?
I was about to ask you that. You know, I don't know. It was interesting. That was the first time ever that I came up against something I couldn't overpower.
And?
Well, I'd like to say that this changes nothing. I need to train harder. I need to become a force of nature that cannot be stopped. And while all of that is probably true, it's not what I feel right now. The first time it happened, by the way, I don't know if you knew that, they took me out twice.
I didn't.
But Leif was back and I thought we could handle it, the three of us. You know how formidable Leif can be, so I thought it was just the reinforcement I needed. But I remember waking up and I had the fields of purple and blue in my mind. The endless woods, the ever-burning skies. And I don't know, it felt like maybe I was going home, but it felt hollow. Like that's not really my home anymore. Interestingly enough, the second time I saw something completely different. I saw Wormcrest, Lyria, Chinook, those ancient halls, grand bedchamber. And even then, it felt empty in a way. Like it was missing things. I don't really know what's on my mind aside from the fact that I know that I always expected to die young. I always knew that I had to enjoy what I had because it can be taken from me so easily. But something about that experience, those two instances, I felt like I was missing out on something. Like I was missing the opportunity to have what I always desired. And I don't. Have I ever told you I sketch people?
No, you haven't.
I spent so long being different people, being hidden, being guarded, being a secret, that I would sketch people having genuine moments with each other. Sincere affection between them. No hiddenness, no deception, just living. It's what I've always desired. And I always felt I couldn't have it. And, well, I'm done acting like that's not an option. And I know that things were a little unsteady, and we have a lot to figure out. But I guess I want you to know that I'm all in.
And I arrived upstairs and saw you in his arms. Briefly thought I'd have to learn what the world would be like without you in it. I didn't want to be in that world. I'm glad I don't have to find out.
Well, I promise to remember that thought next time I'm putting myself in absolute danger. Perhaps I'll choose more wisely from now on.
You did well. You rescued his daughter.
Honestly, I couldn't even see beyond that. This was the one time that I feel like I wasn't even being a brave fool. I just wanted to make sure that little girl was safe.
I understand.
I also realized that, I don't know, maybe I don't treat my friends the way I ought to either.
I looked around when it was all over and realized I wouldn't have been the only one devastated to lose you.
Yeah, well, it's probably time I stop playing games, at least for a moment, and let my friends know how much I care for them. And there is one more thing I'd like to send to Varric when you're able to.
I can't tonight, but in the morning.
You need to understand that there was something unspoken between us that, I don't know, I think part of me really wanted to end up with him for a time. And I believe that wasn't one-sided. And that's not what This isn't me attempting to undo what I've just spoken about us. I just want you to understand in full, because I have to clean up this mess and get someone that I care about deeply back in my life in the way that works.
Would it have the same kind of meaning coming from me? He turned understandably kind of cold when I kept you from sharing your secret with him.
Your intent was in the right place. But yes, it did interfere with what it was we had. I don't hold it against you. I only want to make it right.
I'd like to try again with him if given the chance. He's important to you and to Raelynn.
Yes. And if we're to have any sort of life together, you'll need to have a life with him as well.
Just let me know what you need to say.
I'm working it out still. I'll have it written by morning. Are you okay?
I will be.
It's good enough for now.
And then, unless you have anything else to do this evening, she'll invite you to like curl up in the bed and just kind of like play with your hair till you fall asleep. And probably like run her fingers over those scars you said you have now, the bites on your arm and the burn over your heart. And I will let either you or the dice decide if you hear this. When she thinks you're asleep, she will very quietly say, "Couldn't imagine a life without you, because I think I love you."
Vixx, what do I roll here? Roll to not be asleep.
Are you trying to be discreet about it?
Yeah, she'll wait till like she thinks she's asleep. He's asleep.
Okay, then I need you to roll me a deception check or.
Veil roll a
Give me-
deception.
No, you give me a stealth check, and that's going to set the DC for Veil's perception check.
Okay. Do you want that in the tower?
Nope, because Shanks
Okay.
will need to know what he's rolling against.
The dice tell a story.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I still beat it
You
because I'm
beat
deceptive.
it, but you guys both rolled a fucking 1.
We're both bad at this. I think Vael, you hear like a sharp exhale a little bit, and you feel his shoulders kind of moving, and then in just like the tiredest whisper, he's just like, oh, "I've loved you for years."
We're gonna have to cut back to Nyra freaking out when, because you guys might get
bad.
interrupted. I don't know.
Nyra assumes what might be happening in that room and she wants to go nowhere near it.
Fair. Okay.
Well, Leif's around.
Yeah, exactly. First, Nyra's gonna go to the room. She doesn't see like the destroyed clothes or anything, so Raelynn didn't change. It's untouched since they left this morning. She's like,
There's no fake Raelynn under the blankets.
No, I'm
The
sorry.
pillows. Yeah.
She didn't come
Sorry,
up to the
asked me if I had
bedroom.
done that.
Yeah. So that's just gonna, okay, maybe she's just like drinking it away. Go
You
down
would
to
end
the
at the bar.
bar. Just to be like, maybe she's just down here having a drink, because that was a crazy night. She's not there. And then she starts to get a little panicky and goes to the stables to see if their horses ever made it back.
They are there, except for Orin.
Except for Orin. Okay. So Raelynn made it here and then left. And then she's gonna go knock on Leif's door. This is probably like 30 minutes later.
Are you
Pounding.
knocking like frantically?
Yes.
Like, hey, all right, hold
Keep
on.
it down out there.
Hold
Someone
on.
says down the
What's up?
Okay, I didn't lose her, but I don't know where Raelynn is.
Were you supposed to be keeping track of her?
Well, we're sharing a bedroom.
Well,
I expected. Her and her horse are gone. And the city was just attacked by people pretending to be us. So. And we've been attacked like multiple times in the last 2
Yeah.
days.
I mean,
Like multiple times in the
she's
last
pretty
2
tough,
days.
though. She's pretty tough.
You say that.
I do say
I
that.
thought Vael was tough.
She's tougher than Vael.
Okay, but like we've been in 2 fights already today. I'm almost tapped. I can't call to her. I don't think Alina can either. I don't know where she is. She's kind of like the heir to our kingdom. So like
I thought she was like 7th in line or something.
third.
Oh, that's
Third.
the first 2 are the only ones that count.
You know who the second one is.
Okay, that's fair.
I just want to crack Megan. That's all I'm here for.
So,
I don't know what to do.
well, truth be told, I kind of got the feeling that she was trying to get rid of me when I offered to stay behind with her.
I mean, she likes to be alone, I've noticed. So, like, I thought maybe she was just coming to, like, lick her wounds and clean up, and she didn't want us to see her if she was injured.
That does sound like her.
But she's not, and her dirty clothes aren't even here, so she didn't change. She's just walked in the street with her destroyed dress.
But you're sure you think she came back here?
Our horses are here. So somebody dropped our horses up, but Oren's not.
Huh. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. You don't have any spells?
I'm not sending. I had to send those 2 messages this morning, so I've been tapped on high-level spells. We could see if Alina has any. I didn't really want to bother her in Vale after everything that happened today.
Yeah, I would.
But she sent a message to Bryn while we were at Matthew, so I think she might be tapped.
I mean, I could run around and try and look for her, but it's a big
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Big place.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. I've never lost someone before.
Well, you weren't in charge of keeping track of her, so you haven't lost anyone. She's supposed to be in charge of all of us, so she's lost us.
Okay, but what if something happened to her? What if I saw another chimera in the sky when we were at Matthew's? So, like, there's more of them out there.
I mean, unless...
Raelynn is putting us through it, Meg. The older sister is freaking out. She's
I
like,
mean...
That's
my
what she
brother.
told Vale.
Do you think there's, like, somebody at the front desk who could cast or something? I don't know how that works.
You kind of are supposed to know the person.
Well...
And they've
they've seen her, right?
Yeah, but they don't know her real name.
And they know, well, she's going by Amelia, right?
It's hard to keep track. We've had a lot of fake names.
That's
I
true.
think so.
Let me check my notes. Yeah, she's going by Amelia right now, which I guess is actually her name. So
Okay.
maybe I don't know how any of this works.
I don't know if that's a service they offer. We could see.
Well, I know, like, I've stayed at a hotel before and they had, like, a courier. So maybe they do that here.
Okay. I can go ask.
I'll go with you.
Okay. Did you count the money? Yeah.
What?
Did you happen to count the money from Matthew? Because it might cost money.
Oh, no, I didn't count.
We go down to the front desk. This is a Scooby-Doo mission right now.
Holy Jenkins.
There is a gnomish woman at the desk. She looks pretty chipper. Seems to be you'd probably guess that it's like the start of her shift. Hello. What can I do for you?
Do you have anyone on staff who has the ability to send a magical message?
Oh, we do actually.
Hey, great. See, I told you so.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully.
She's going to she says, wait here one moment.
Okay.
And there's a door behind her that she kind of disappears through. Most of her body, her hands still kind of like on the doorway, She calls for a younger looking gnomish person. This whole thing, despite it being like all like this giant sort of theme, has everyone here so far that you've seen has been like gnomish. They look like they're probably related. Some of the features.
Has been everyone
Young woman.
related here that we've seen? Like girl in the stables.
Right. This is Prim. She will be able to give you that service. There is a charge to it that will be applied to your room of 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
Mira's like, man, I could charge a lot of money for that.
Prim stands up or walks up, and she kind of takes some parchment and ink from beneath the desk, and she puts it on the table, and she goes, "Be much easier if you write it for me."
Yep. Nyra will type up a message. It won't be the full 25. And she's trying to she already knows Raelynn's gonna be mad at them for everything they told Matthew, so she's trying to be really careful now. She's like, your roommate Nasira is worried about you. Are you safe after the attack? Do
While
you
this-
need help?
While this writing is happening, Leif will say, "We haven't seen one of our friends since the commotion earlier this evening. We just want to make sure she's all right."
Understood. It's been kind of crazy out there. She will, while you were writing it, were you also kind of talking out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nyra's used to doing it herself. She's just just reciting it.
She's going to try any words that she picked up from you. She'll do it in the same cadence as she sends. Actually, before that, she's going to ask you, who is it that I'm sending to?
It's the woman I'm rooming with, Amelia.
Oh, right. Could you describe her to me?
Nyra will describe her. She's a little shorter than me. She normally has really pretty white hair. Definitely looks like she could kick my ass. Wears really nice with the blue. Usually it's her signature color.
They're trying to be professional, but there's a little bit of a giggle at the kicking your ass part of that.
Leif nods.
Thank you.
You kick
That should be enough to go off of. She'll yeah. In the time, the time space continuum of the timelines of this happening.
I will say I spent 30-40 minutes looking before I went to leave.
Okay.
I did my due diligence on this giant place.
You're probably near the end right now. Actually, it took you an hour and a half, I think, to get there. Is that what we decided?
Yeah, because she used the ring Kemi gave her.
You're probably just recovering from the conversation with Zeke where you had just kind of been crying.
Okay.
So maybe you're 10 minutes into this game of trying to distract yourself from that when you get this message from Nyra.
And she
Checking in.
specifically said Nasira, right?
Nasira.
Okay.
He's trying to be good.
Good thing I knew you would do this. I know you, and I prepared a message of 25 words.
We didn't discuss this. That's so funny.
I know you, Brittany. Okay, so she's playing chess. I picture her just playing chess, and like she gets this message in her head, and it's kind of the same situation as when she got the message from Varric in front of Zeke, and she's just like, like she sighs a little of like, great, now I gotta say something in front of this guy again.
Honest.
She's just gonna like sigh and then say, today was overwhelming, needed to clear my head. I told Lagos this. I'm sleeping in a different room tonight. And when she says this, she puts a finger up to Zeke, like, no. like
His eyebrows
not you.
raised.
Yeah. I'll see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Why didn't he tell us? All right.
You didn't ask.
See, I told. I'm sure. See, I told you she'd be
Gonna go
fine.
knock on that door. Okay. She sounded okay. I look at the young gnome lady. It sounded
Did Raelynn sound okay at that point?
annoyed.
No, well, I think she's more frustrated at the fact that, like, again, she's gonna have to explain what this conversation means to Zeke. Like,
Oh wow, you have friends who care about you, want to make sure you're safe and okay. And now I have to tell this guy this.
I think the answer then to that question is she sounded safe, but I get the feeling that something was bothering her. It has been a long night.
Yeah. Okay. Nyra will pull out 2 platinum. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Puts that away, and she goes, is there anything else that you guys would need?
Leif looks at you and says, I don't think I need anything from you, but nightcap?
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
All right.
I need some fire whiskey. Do you think they carry that?
I'm sure they can heat up some regular whiskey.
To the bar.
Yeah, you guys are able to find some pretty decent stuff here, and you've noticed that your food and drink has been included with the pricey per night stay here, so you can get as wild as you want, unless
Yes.
just tell me if I need to make you roll some checks. It's 9:30. How is everybody feeling? Do we want to kind of wrap it up here? Do we want to go another 20 to 30 minutes and make it to the next morning finally? Maybe?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Then
Shanks, I hope you got your Varric message ready.
I do.
Good.
So you wrap up your game with Zeke, and I think it's probably been sitting on his mind since hearing it halfway through this game now. Because
when she did that, I'm gonna say she did take the coin when that happened and moved it over towards her, just to be like, I'm paying for my own hotel. But
he's going to say, I mean, I've obligated you enough, and you are welcome here. I swear I won't do anything. I'm not that kind of guy.
I trust you.
But I also get if you need your space. It sounds like you've had a hell of a night.
To be honest, this was my space. I wouldn't have come if I wasn't prepared.
You're really good company.
You too.
Despite the weird and a little bit hostile circumstances that we met under, I'm really glad that that you're one of the first people that I've met since gaining a bit of independence.
I'm glad.
How do you feel about breaking the rules?
You'll have to be a little more specific than that. I don't agree to these things without knowing the conditions.
I thought you were trying to live a little.
Yes, but then there's also getting arrested.
I don't think we'll get arrested. I honestly don't know the laws that much. They never really applied to me, but I was thinking about, well, actually, there's something next door that I would very much enjoy company looking at, and I don't think we're exactly supposed to be in that side of the fence this late at night.
You've intrigued me.
That koi pond that I mentioned, there, I caught sight of some trees beyond there that sort of remind me of home, and I kind of wanted to explore that a little bit.
I'd love to learn about your home. I'll go.
You are not dressed for climbing over fences, though.
You'd be surprised.
Well, it seems that we have shared a wardrobe before, and he kind of gestures to his like open wardrobe. I can give you a minute alone if you would like something a bit more comfortable than he kind of gestures to her full-on ball gown attire.
I mean, it is fair. This thing weighs about 30 pounds just from the beating alone, so.
I'm impressed. That is commitment to fashion that I can respect.
I'm used to wearing armor. It's nothing.
I'm like trying to remember, has Zeke ever seen Raelynn in armor?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well,
Okay.
they did the horse ride the first battle. She was wearing
Okay.
it. But she also has her big red coat that she wears over to try and hide it. But he'd feel it. He had his arms.
That's a fair point. But feel free to help yourself if you would like. And if not, well, I'm gonna kind of stand up. Let's go break into a place.
Let me change first.
I don't think there's going to be breaking in, actually. I don't want to mislead you in case that was the exciting part to you.
That wasn't the exciting part. That was the terrifying part. So at least I'm more willing to go.
All right. He will give you a minute to get dressed, and he eventually leads you out. There's a door. You're on the second floor. There's a door at the end of the hallway that kind of leads to a wraparound balcony that then kind of has stairs going down into what looks like it looks like a sort of outdoor eating area for whatever tavern they have inside here. It's currently shut down. All of the chairs are kind of like stacked up. And he's going to point you to the very end of it, and over top of like a 10-foot fence, you see the tops of like cherry blossom trees. He goes, This way. And he goes, "You used to sneaking around?"
Sometimes.
Good. He'll lead you through to the back of this place. And when you get closer, you do hear the sound of like a trickle of water from beyond the fence. He kind of sizes her up a little bit and says, "Would it be better if I boosted you or pulled you up?"
I can do it on my own.
He's going to watch now. So
Please don't fuck it up.
Raelynn, give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah. This stone wall, it's pretty smooth on this side, but I feel like Raelynn is used to climbing that tree back home. That you're kind of used to just using a little bit of the ridges of the bark, so finding your footing isn't that difficult for you as you kind of hoist yourself up. Is there anything, like, do you do anything beyond that? Because you rolled pretty well, so if you want to show them up a little bit, go.
Yeah, I think it's I'm just picturing that meme actually, where like it's like she's climbed up onto the top and then she just reaches her hand down. Do you need help?
He kind of smirks. Oh. He's going to just weave a sigil in the air. You see what looks like, this is going to be weird to describe because it almost looks like a worm is not the best word for this, but that's what I'm going to go with. It is this weird worm-like creature that has this watery sort of magical element to it. It just kind of swallows him up and he vanishes, and you see him appear on the other side. And he goes, "I could have done that for both of us. Just wanted to see what you could do."
I thought magic wasn't needed for everything.
It is fun though when some girl comes and tries to show me up and climbing up a fence.
She'll just laugh and like climb down the rest of the fence.
It was really impressive for a noble.
What do you mean for a noble?
Don't you guys all sit in dining halls and drink out of golden goblets or something?
Did I not just tell you I snuck around?
I suppose, but I thought maybe you snuck into, I don't know, your cousin's office or something and stole something out of his drawer that wasn't.
I mean, yes.
Consequence.
I've done that multiple times, but we have this giant oak tree at my house. It's ancient, and that's kind of my comfort plot is to go since I was a little kid, so I sneak away there.
That's kind of adorable.
She just like doesn't know how to reply to that. It's like, moving on.
He's again a little bit self-satisfied, smirks at that, follows her, and you find yourself, it looks just like a private sort of like Japanese style gardens. There's a stream, it's not a stream. It's a pond, but it's like a oval shape, and in the center of it, it's just kind of lined with cherry blossom trees. There are little like stone lanterns lining a path that goes all the way around it, and then there's a little wooden bridge midway through it that goes over top of it. It just looks like somewhere that people go to get maybe some nature, because once you set foot here, it seems like all of the city kind of just fades into the distance. The sound just kind of gets dampened by the walls and the tree line over top of you. It's dark here, but when you step onto the pathway, Zeke kind of traces something through the air, and the air ripples a little bit like disturbed water shimmering. And he whispers, you can tell that part of it is Elvish. Just probably like do you speak Elvish?
She does.
You do. You can tell part of it is Elvish, but not fully.
Okay.
And a little droplet sort of bends light around it, turns amber, and then just kind of floats over to the lantern and lights it. And he continues to do that to every, I don't know, he seems to be able to do it to a couple at a time as you walk. And it's soft enough that you guys can see the pathway and some of the fish in the pond, but not bright enough that someone might be alerted to your presence there.
Okay.
And you see as you guys are walking, there are just koi fish drifting below the surface, catching the light that he's creating. And it does seem like this is the first time that he's actually like fully appreciating this, despite the fact that you can't see the koi from over the fence, and he knew they were here. He's just kind of looking around, and he goes, "So what did you want to know? Put me home."
Am I safe to say that this place kind of reminds her of her home? Like her, where she visited her grandparents when she was a little kid? She might
In
not have like a,
Drados?
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There's definite similarities to it.
What do you miss about it? What was your favorite part of it? Where did you live?
So pretty much everything, then. That's the answer.
Yes. Tell me everything. I'd love to listen.
Yeah. He tells you about a town that was south of the Burma peaks. He kind of assumes that you might not know some of that, so he like explains it a little bit, unless you stop him and you're like, "No, I have a map." He looks at her and says, "It would kind of be betraying to name the town, if that's all right with you."
That's fair. You've already given me enough.
The trees there were like this, but probably 4 times the size. Everything there just grew large and uncontained by all of the city life that you see here. And what do I miss about it? I guess just the fact that I could tap into magic that felt right. Things here have seemed to shift the way that I interact with it. He's going to he'll give you a closer look at how he was casting that spell to light everything. And I think what you notice about that is like it takes on this sort of watery like quality at first. And then something about it just seems like at the very end of the casting, it feels like sickly and like it takes on this sort of swamp-like texture. But and he goes, that there. That's been more common the more I've learned here. That's magic I knew when I was a kid, and the magic that they teach me just feels wrong sometimes.
It's almost as if it's polluting what you can do.
That's exactly what it feels like. I'm not sure what to do about that.
Do you think going back to Evosia would help?
The possibility, though that's difficult to do. They kind of make you decide on your way out if you're coming back or not. And or rather, they make you decide if you want to leave forever or stay here. They don't like people from Evosia traveling out there and being, well, I guess like you said, at risk of giving away knowledge that they didn't intend to. It's kind of the upper hand that Evosia's had all these years, maintaining their privacy because nobody knows what's going on or what they're capable of.
So they don't tend to let people in then?
Unless you never want to leave again. But if you already started there and leave, you're not allowed back.
I think she's going to sit there and ponder for a moment. I know it's not your home, but remind me if you do come back to my country. There's a place I want to show you. I think you'll like it.
I'm intrigued, but I like a surprise. He'll continue leading you around this path. I think really, maybe it's up to Raelynn, but or you and Raelynn, but I feel like, at least for him, the company this evening of someone feels like enough for him. He does seem like an outgoing type. But just you being there feels fine to enjoy right now.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that you want to go into about what Raelynn may have talked about, that's fine. But I think for the most part, you guys enjoy a walk. And Zeke does attempt to climb back over with you, and I don't think he's gonna do a good job at it. I think for him, he's like, if a noble can do it, like maybe I can. He kind of like slides back down and is like, yeah, that's harder than it looks.
I think Raelynn would probably led the way, and if she saw him starting to slide down, she would have like grasped him so he wouldn't fall all the way.
Three times. When you guys but when you guys get over, he kind of brushes himself off and he says, yeah, saved my ass 3 times now.
Because you were in mortal danger just now.
Oh yes, I could have scuffed up my boots or something. That would have been terrible.
I've seen your wardrobe. Why do I believe you when you say that?
Because it's true. He's going to like, almost in the way that he went off on her about tea, he's going to go off on her about boot fashion now. But then about halfway to the room, he goes, I made all of that up. I've been locked away in a basement for years. I know nothing about fashion.
You're doing well. I like what you've picked out.
Thank you. It's been nice to be able to express that. What does Raelynn do? Does she end up taking him up on his offer? Or does she get herself a room here? And what does the night look like for her when she settles in?
So much changed. I think she'll stay a little longer and see if maybe he wants to teach her like a round of cards. Because she's trying to draw it out. She's actually enjoying herself and having fun for the first time in a long time. And it's taking her mind off of the Ravensworn stuff and all that cursed crap. So I think she'll spend longer. I think she's worried that Nyra's going to catch her. I really do. I think if Nyra didn't message her, she would have gone back no problem. But I think she'll take him up on the offer, but she's going to let him know that she will be leaving fairly early in the morning.
He goes, do you need like a wake-up call or something?
No, I'll be fine. I wake up early every day.
All right. Yeah. You have a late night. I feel like it feels just like kind of natural. You guys go from playing cards to talking.
Yeah.
And then, you drift off. And
I feel like she's one of those people that like is trying to stay awake and then she's just like falling asleep in the middle of talking and she's like, I'm awake. Like she's so stubborn that she'd be like, she'd have to be like told to go to bed. Like, go.
I think he finds that adorable but doesn't say anything about it because of the way she was standoffish. So he just kind of smiles at that, and then I think instead of telling her to go to bed, he just kind of lets himself stop the conversation naturally.
Yeah.
And she tries to get some sleep. The night
Can I say one last thing?
Oh, yeah.
As she's like half asleep, like she hugs the edge of the bed when she sleeps, like because she's always prepared to jump out in case something happens. So she's like the furthest away as humanly possible. But I think she's just gonna like cuddle up to her pillow and just say, Saketsu, thank you for being the light on such a dark day. And then she's out. Honk shoe.
Yeah, he takes a moment and he probably responds, but she doesn't hear it.
Yeah.
The night approaches and Leif. You guys get some sleep that night? Reasonable time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, while you're sleeping. You see that same figure, but only for a moment, and it doesn't approach you in a way that feels overwhelming this time. Instead, it dissipates into silver threads that sort of gently warm, or they gently weave around you. They feel warm, inviting. They are tracing patterns in the same shape as that marking on your back along your skin. You probably picked this up. You, for a moment, feel like your whole body becomes ethereal. Something about the way that your form is shifting and weaving. It just kind of makes you feel like you're almost like untethered from yourself. As this silver thread kind of it settles onto your skin, you're kind of in this like pure sort of white space. It's almost difficult to make sense of up and down. You, for a moment, feel like that space around you just thins into a mist, and you find yourself like falling. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. For just a moment, you kind of get the sense that you can stop this. Do you stop it or do you keep going?
No, I want to see where this goes. He's been very curious about this.
You continue falling into this space. And as you're falling, you're catching glimpses of other, like, these sort of like cracks in this plane that you're in. You catch them in the distance. One of them looks like 50 feet away. One of them looks like 300 feet away. You continue on down until you find yourself gently landing. The floor beneath you looks pitch black. The surface of it looks like there's moonlight shimmering over it like water. If you take a step, it kind of ripples out. And you see her there, standing. And she goes, in this very, it feels all around you all at once, this voice that is just kind of both calm and smooth, but also terrifyingly large compared to you. And she says, "Have you been afraid of the changes?"
Some of them.
Would you let that fear define you?
No.
This sort of ethereal thread that was wrapped around you gets tighter. I need you to roll a con save for me. Because it feels like thread kind of pulling into your skin.
Mm-hmm. I understand how Fantasy Grounds works.
I don't believe you.
Oh. Let me see. I will use up one of my inspo on
Okay.
that, I believe. That's worse.
You're going to take 16
Sure.
psychic damage from
Ow.
that.
Oh.
You hear the voice question again. You seek to command your own fate.
do.
The threads tighten more.
Ow.
Roll me another con save.
Jesus, lady. Not you, Lyriel. That's better.
Leif's gonna wake up dead. It's fine. You will take half of this. 6. Relax and give in.
Sure.
I'm going to give you the choice. You can roll or you can choose to fail in response to what she says to you.
Well, she told me to give in, so fuck it, I'm in. Let's do it.
You take another 11 psychic damage from this. But as that happens, they tighten around you to the point that you feel your body again go ethereal. And they completely go through you and snap back into nothing around you. Continue with that persistence. And when she says that, you feel so shaken. Your mind is just recoiling from all of this pain. And you wake up to that time of day where the moonlight is still kind of coming through the window, but it's clearly approaching daytime. And you can sense that something in you has changed.
Like, look at my arms. Do I have a bunch of, like, new scars now? What was up with that?
You have what looks like another... Actually, I'm going to let David decide this because I don't want to permanently change your character again.
Again.
This can either last for a moment or Leif can choose to accept it fully. You see a tattoo on your arm that is a needle threading across down your arm in what looks like a moonlit sky.
I think Leif thinks that's pretty sick.
And you now have a boon called Threads of Fate.
Ooh.
And I will tell you what that does more thoroughly. But you essentially just get to freely do a combination of things, of tattoos that David has sent me. But the biggest thing there is that you will be able to partially step into Lyriel's domain until the end of your next turn, which will give you resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks until that time.
Heck
You
yeah.
cannot be grappled or restrained during that time. And during that time, you can also move through creatures and solid objects as if they were difficult terrain. And there will be some necrotic damage component to this. Long term, you now have advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh shit.
And once per short rest, when you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die. You must use the new result, even if it's 1.
Damn, Lyriel.
Yeah. You wake up that.
Damn. Need to go talk to Nyra.
Is there anything that anyone else wakes up to immediately that morning?
I send a message that was asked of me. Kaylin told her to message him this morning, so she sends him a message. She noticed, he said, "Can you?" He didn't ask. He told her to.
All right.
Yeah, I think the message is the same as what I originally sent you. Saveth, 3 people attacked the city, pretending to be at Gareth last night. Don't think we'll be staying long. How are things going there? And then she pauses, and then says, "Stay safe."
Never heard of them. Things are concerning. Found a warehouse trying to gain access. I think they're further along in plans than we thought. And that's what she gets.
Mm-mm.
Would Vael want Alina to send to Varric first thing in the morning?
But I want.
Oh, sorry. No,
I
go ahead.
wanted you to do it before sunrise. Like, I wanted to come back, and I
Okay.
actually wanted to knock on Vale's door about
Oh.
half an hour before sunrise. But that's like a bigger conversation, so I don't know if you want to wait till next week or.
Fair.
Yeah, we can wait. That's
yeah.
fine.
Okay.
We can, we finally made it to the 4th of this freaking month, the day of the vote. Things are a little bit messy and chaotic in the city, and so some weird things happen for some of you, and
And it's only 3 weeks from today till Saveth.
Oh my god!
oh my
This
god.
girl.
You know I've got it at this point.
But yeah, we will call it there, and we'll pick up with anything you guys want to do in the morning to give it a little bit more space and breathing room. I feel like you guys got the most immediate things out of the way. So